everybody, Carolyn Caldwell here from Caldwell Evolution with day 8 of 30 tips in 30 days, how to get stuff done. So today we're going to talk about task lists, and that could be a project list or it could be a specific list of tasks. I am a firm believer in to-do lists, and we're going to talk about those later in the month. But to start with, I'd like to talk about just writing down what it is that you would like to do. It might be a list of projects, it might be a list of tasks. But I encourage you, whatever it is, to write it down. And here's why. Well, first of all, they say that if you don't write things down, you just have dreams floating around in your head. That may well be true, but that's not why I'm suggesting that you write it down. In my experience, when we're writing down a list of things that we want to do, our brain tends to review that list over and over and over again. But as it comes back to the same things on the list, it tends to tweak them just a little bit. And your brain may not remember that you've actually already put that on your mental list of things to do or projects to do. So it starts around the spiral again and comes up with a different list of things to do, which looks very similar to the first list, but not exactly the same. And in my experience, and I've had this experience myself, when you get to the end of the mental list, or you may never get to the end of the list because it feels like it just goes on and on and on, and the list feels entirely way too long. And it probably is, because many of the tasks are the same but slightly different. So your task list starts to look like a spiral like this. Your brain is thinking about the tasks, everything that it has to do, and it comes around and it comes around, and just about the time that it should be saying, okay, I think that's the end of my list, it reinvents those things, but with a slightly different way of saying it, and then it comes around again and again and again. So rather than your task list being finite, it starts to look like an infinite task spiral, is the name that I have given it. So I encourage you to write things down. What you'll find is, try and do a brain dump, and what you'll find is that eventually you'll find yourself writing out the same things, and you'll think, oh, wait a second, that's already on the list up here. I don't have to write that down again. And you'll think of the next thing. Write that down, the next couple of things. Wait a second, that one's already on the list as well. So eventually you'll realize that you in fact do have the entire list of things that you would like to put on your project list or your task list, and you won't get into that task list spiral. All right, I hope that's helpful, everybody. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye now.